So today is the last day of classes this year for me. It is crazy, this school year has gone by so fast. I don't even know where this spring semester disappeared. It must be because I had Dragon Boat and all the practices and the race was just so exciting and so much fun that it was just like boom. I was really busy all the time, either studying or working or being at the gym or being at Dragon Boat practices, so I'm so sorry for the lack of videos recently, but I'm going home soon for the summer, so you can expect much more videos coming now. So since today is my last class of the semester, which is gonna be a class of Japanese relations with the Middle East and Central Asia, I thought I would take you along with me. Also, June is the monsoon season in Taiwan, so in the last few weeks it was raining constantly, 24/7 without stop. But a few days ago the rain finally stopped and I'm just so happy that we can see the sun again, that I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you some snippets of the campus and what a gorgeous Taiwanese day can be like in June, so let's go! And this is my outfit of the day. Just a long pretty skirt and a sleeveless top because it's gonna be super hot, and my brown bag. Today because green one just left, so that means I could only come until Jinan Road entrance, and I have to walk through this little bridge now. If I turn around, you can see that the university is behind my back, so it's just a few minutes walk and it's really nice in this weather. And since it's the last day, obviously, sorry for the noises, so since it's the last day I will have to get a dumpling from my favorite breakfast store because I will miss it so much over the summer. So let's just go and buy that. So that one is the general building, in case you have any diplomacy, IR courses, law also, that will probably be in that building. And next to that is the track where I usually sometimes work out, and that building in the background is a gymnasium building, but unfortunately we couldn't use that this year because they are renovating it, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be done by the next semester soon. Then they have this little area where you can chill. They have some tables over there, sometimes we eat lunch out here, and this swing. The only thing is that there are a lot of little flies, so if you want to sit out here I recommend you wear long pants. Also, that one over there is a Daewon building, and most of my communication classes are either over there or up in the building of College of Communication. I'm just done with my last class for the semester. It is officially summer and our professor was so nice. He took us out for lunch, of which you have just seen some clips. So now I'm just gonna go up to the dorm, get my last few bags of stuff, and go home and go meet my friend at the airport. Not gonna lie, I'm definitely going to miss this beautiful campus in the summer. I mean, look at that. So nice. But first I thought I would talk to you guys about a few things about our university. So if you didn't know, I'm a master's student at National Chengchi University in Taipei, Taiwan, and I major in International Communication Studies. This is quite a change for me because my bachelor's degree is in International Relations, but I really wanted to do something more pragmatic, and since I really love social media and fitness and just being online, I thought I would incorporate that more in my studies. So I decided to apply to this university because, first of all, the English taught master courses in Taiwan are quite limited, and a lot of them are more in fields like engineering and architecture. And even though I speak Chinese, I thought my Chinese is maybe not good enough for the academic level though, so I wanted to go for an international and English course in something more along the lines of communication. So I chose NCCU because in Taipei I feel like in social studies it's one of the best universities. Obviously Taida or NTU is the #1 in Taiwan, but I heard a lot of really good things about NCCU as well. So that's why I chose this one. I also know a lot of both Hungarian and international students that graduated from here. They also shared their positive experience with me, and furthermore, I also visited the campus before applying here, and I was just blown away by how gorgeous it is. I'm a city girl, but at the same time I really like being close to nature, and having the campus basically halfway up on a mountain in like a jungle with animals and plants and trees around is just something that is really important for me and for which I'm really grateful now. So after I made my decision, I applied as every single other international student. I applied through mail because at that time I wasn't in Taiwan. I had to include all my documents, but luckily NCCU has a really good instructional admission brochure that they update every single year. You can find it on their website. I will link the admission brochure down below for everyone who's thinking about applying to NCCU. So the thing is, you just collect all your papers and mailed it to them by the deadline, and they're really nice. They're really helpful. I had some questions that I emailed them with, and they replied really fast, and they were really flexible because they require you to send your bachelor's degree with the application, but the Hungarian system is a little bit different from what they expect, and I actually only received my official degree after the application deadline, so it was fine. I submitted another paper instead, and as soon as I got my official degree I could just send them the scans and it was all fine. I was really so grateful for their help and being so flexible, so I had a really good experience in my application period. And a little bit about how I like my program. I mix, so all my courses are taught in English. However, we have the option to choose Chinese taught courses for our electives. Actually, in the whole program, we only have 2 required courses. So we can kind of pick and choose what kind of courses we want and what kind of way we want to go towards in the field of communication. And altogether we can choose 9 credits, so 3 courses outside of our curriculum. So that's how I got into Japan's relations with the Middle East. That's not an IMEX course. I just took it because it sounded interesting and I needed some credits. So ideally you do 3-4 courses each semester in order to not have a heavy workload in the last one, because we do have to write a thesis and that's quite a lot of work. You have to think about it in advance find your advisor and work a lot on that. So keep that in mind. It's quite a heavy workload. At first I didn't expect it to be so hard. It's actually really time consuming because all the teachers give us a lot of readings, and we have a lot of projects and presentations and assignments and papers to write. So if you want to come to IMX, it's not going to be easy. But it's quite good. Our courses are really interesting, though it depends on how lucky you are. Sometimes, some semesters, the course offerings are really cool and fascinating, and then some other semesters it's not as great. But you will always find some options that will work out for you, hopefully. But overall, university life at NCCU is really cool. Our campus is so lively. There are always some programs and activities and like little fairs. They even had a Christmas fair with a Christmas tree. So I really love being a student here because it's just so different from Hungary. In my university at ELTA, we never really had these kind of events. We had festival and then some sports events, but that's it. But here there's always something happening because the university is quite big, so, and it's really cool to always just walk around and see some people tap dancing, some doing some other kind of performance. It's just a really cool environment. So overall I really love NCCU and I think I made a really good choice. And if any of you have any questions about life in Taiwan, being a college student, applications, NCCU in general, or my program specifically, or the dorms, or anything that pops up in your mind, please just leave a comment down below. I can answer your questions there. If there is anything specific, I can make a separate video on it. Or you can get in touch with me through email. I would love to hear from you guys, and I'm just so happy to be able to help, since that was the main reason I created this YouTube channel in the first place. So I really hope this little summary of my NCCU experience so far could help you. If you want me to go more in detail, please just let me know the topics because it's quite hard to think about that. And apart from that, I'll see you in the next clip. I didn't film it, but yesterday I officially completely moved and checked out of the dorm. So I thought it would be interesting for you guys to see and a good way to end the vlog. So I will tell you a few details about it. So I spent the last few weeks gathering all my stuff, packing up and moving to my friend's place. It took me way longer than I thought. Like, I thought I didn't have that many stuff, but all the little things that like accumulate on your shelves and in the drawers, it was just crazy. However, I finished a few days ago finally, and then yesterday we went back. We packed some of my stuff that I wanted to put in the storage room of the dorm because they offer summer storage services for the students who live there now, which means they have a big like common room downstairs that they use as a storage room over the summer. There was a little bit of problem because apparently you have to sign up for the storage room, but they didn't say it anywhere, and I'm the kind of person who looks up all the information just to make sure, reads everything possible. And I was even wondering, like, it's so weird, like, do we maybe have to register? But they didn't say it anywhere. There was no sign like, please go to the service center to sign up or anything. So I just assumed, like, okay, if they don't say anything, that probably means we don't have to sign up, right? So we packed my stuff in boxes and big trash bags, and we wrapped my mattress with like those food wrap, the transparent one. I'm not sure of the English name. Yeah, so we wrapped and packed everything. We got a little cart, we took it downstairs, and then they asked me, oh, so did you sign up? I was like, sign up? No? Where did it say? And then they were like, oh, I'm sorry, we're full. I was like, what? I mean, you're saying you're full, you didn't write anywhere that we have to sign up, and I have all these stuff. So I just started talking to them in Chinese, like, what should I do now? I have all this stuff and I really have no other way to put them. So in the end, luckily, we found a solution. They asked me to look at the list of people if I can find a friend who already signed up, and luckily, oh my goodness, thank you Miki if you're watching it now. So my friend Miki from Romania, she already signed up and had her stuff there, and apparently there was some space next to her things. So they let me put my stuff there. They were actually really nice and helpful in the end, so it went all well. I put my mattress, my pillows, a few boxes of stuff that there's no point in taking in home, so they're all there now. And then I did the checkout process, which was also quite easy, especially since I'm the first one of the two of us moving out. So the guy just came with me. I showed him the room that I emptied my closet, my drawers. He checked the windows and everything, and since it was all fine, I'm done. They will just transfer the deposit for me back onto my bank account, and I am free for the semester. Isn't that crazy? So I'm actually applying to the dorm for next year too, just for a one-person suite. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully I can just go and collect my stuff and take them upstairs in September. And until then, my stuff will be there. I'm gonna go back home, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!